Oh, yes. My name is Miguel, and I'm a golf expert with Curated, and I've helped hundreds of players get into the right gear for them. Today, I'm going to be testing the Wilson Dynapower 3 Hybrid. Wilson is claiming that their AI-designed face, which is a variable face thickness, is going to help maintain ball speeds even on missed hit. It also claims that based on its center of gravity weighting internally, that this club is going to be very forgiving. First up, I'm not sponsored by any brand, so these are my truly objective and honest opinions. If you'd like to chat with me about which clubs would work best for your needs, click on my Curated profile link in the description below, and I'm happy to help you out. This Dynapower 3 Hybrid is a 19-degree lofted hybrid. This is a Project X hazardous RDX smoke shaft in a stiff flex. My first impression of this club is that it looks good, just like everything else in the Dynapower lineup, including drivers and fairway woods. However, one thing I don't like is this really rounded, almost hook-looking toe into the crescent trailing edge. I prefer a little bit more squared toe on a hybrid. When I first hit the ball with this club, I noticed a really high ball flight. So the first impressions are this thing looks good, and it's got a really high ball flight, and it felt pretty forgiving. Felt less solid, less stable than other hybrids. However, my first impressions of this club are that this is a solid contender for many golfers out there. I found this club to be pretty far. My numbers don't dictate that it's farther than anything that I've gamed recently, and it didn't stand out across other hybrids, but this is something that's going to get you down there. One thing that is a positive about it, though, is that it flies and launches high, and hybrids, people are trying to land those on greens because they're replacing a long iron. And I think that this is going to hold a green better for you than a long iron. I think it's more forgiving for you than a long iron. So there are a lot of benefits to what this club's going to do for you. This is a non-adjustable club. There are no adjustable hosels or weights on this club, and therefore the stated loft of 19 degrees on this 3 hybrid is what it's going to be. If you get a 4 hybrid, it will be that stated loft also.
First impressions of the club, I have to say, if you've watched any of these videos, you know that I'm a huge fan of the Wilson Dynapower line. This was the one club that I probably, it'd be hard for me to put in the bag. I love the matte finish, I've talked about that. I'm not a huge gloss finish guy. Love the sound of this as well. It sounded like a hybrid that I would like. But what turns me off, and you can kind of see it here, is just the length of this. It just was not appealing to my eye, and it was a bit draw bias to set down, which I don't want. I did love the results I was getting with it. I did hook it quite a bit. Felt like I was catching it on the toe quite a bit. I just was not super sold on the hybrid part of it. So I think it may affect different players just because if you set that down and you're not completely inspired by the look of it, I just saw too much face, I saw too much slant, and I just felt like I was going to take it back and just hook it to heck at high water, which I did a couple times. I think this club has a place in the market. I think if you struggle to hit hybrids, you struggle to hit long irons, this is a great club for you. I would recommend it to mid to high handicappers who struggle to hit hybrids, who sometimes think that they're maybe too small or too awkward. I think this gives you more of an option. You're going to catch more of the club face, either high-low, to kind of get that ball in the air and get it advancing down the fairway.
I'm going to recommend this club to anybody who does want to replace a long iron, which is hard to hit, a little harder to stay within your window or target range. And this is going to be a club that is going to be predictable in its ball flight. I think for players who don't want such a high flying hybrid, that might be the only drawback. There are other options out there that might be a lower trajectory, but this is geared towards the overwhelming golfer who wants that ball high. And as I said before, you want your hybrids to go up high so they land softer and hold greens.
Golf clubs work differently for everybody. There's a spot for this in the marketplace and possibly in your bag. If you want to help finding the right clubs, again, click my link, come talk to me, find me or a fellow expert, and we can get you dialed in. And if you like this video, please subscribe to Curated Videos. Hit subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications of new videos that are coming out. See you next time. Thanks so much for watching.